Sup? Sup, guys? This is it. Day one again. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I let things escalate as quickly as they have, but I have to be honest with myself, and I have to be honest with you guys. I've had a major relapse. Ever since I made it through January without drinking, I let myself go. You know, it started with 5 drinks, then it went to 10, then it went to 15, and the last 2 or 3 days I've literally gone through a fifth of whiskey each and every day. And for anyone that knows or doesn't, there really is only one way you are going to feel the morning after consuming that much whiskey, and that is pretty fucking horrendous until you have your next drink. And today, that's something I'm not willing to do. That's something I can't do. I've got too much to lose. Too much to lose, guys. I've got a beautiful life. And I am severely losing sight of that. So I've woken up this morning feeling a little worse for wear. But, you know, this has got to happen. I have to get my shit back in order. I need to, because I've got too much to lose, way too much. So, I mean, I just look and feel absolutely horrendous right now. But this is it. This is day one, man, and this is. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking about starting this video again so that I can get into some half-decent light and look as good as I possibly can on camera. But that's just that's ridiculous. Especially the way that I'm feeling right now. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to keep rolling with it. Okay, so not only have I been drinking every single day, I've also been eating like an absolute asshole, and I haven't been doing any exercise. So today we make 3 really positive changes. We change those 3 fundamental aspects of my life, of anyone's life, whether you consume alcohol or not, what you eat, and whether you do exercise. So let's flip them both. Let's flip them all round. I'm not just going to take on one. I'm going to take on all 3. The first is taking out alcohol. Well, that's a given. It's over. The fun is over. I'm done. I'm absolutely done with it. I've got a life to live. I've got goals to reach. I've got kids to provide for. It's over. I can't do it. I cannot control it. It controls me. There, I said it. Right, the second is eating. Okay, today I'm going to fast until I feel as though I can't do it anymore. What that's going to do is it's going to hopefully help me flush out a lot of the bloat that I'm feeling right now, that I'm holding, especially around my face, around my stomach. It makes you feel like absolute shit. You go and drink a hell of a lot of alcohol and then go and eat a whole lot of food. You wake up that next morning, it's just, honestly, I feel like the fucking blimp. And so we're going to sort that out by fasting. The third is exercise. I was cruising at a pace of like 5 minutes and 10 seconds per kilometer for as long as I wanted. Literally, a week and a half ago, I was doing that. Yet it seems so far away. But is it? I'm going to test myself. At about lunchtime, after having drunk 3 or 4 litres of water this morning. I'm going to continue the water. I've got 1 coffee. That's all I need. I really don't need it at all, but I am going to have it. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to jump on the treadmill. As shit as I might feel, I'm going to fucking do it. That's number 1, going to test myself physically. Just going to, get my mindset and get my body back into the flow of exercising. And 2, it's going to get a sweat up. I feel sorry for anyone in the vicinity because it's probably going to smell like fucking alcohol. But it is what it is. A sweat is going to help with that bloat, with that water weight, and it's just going to make me feel like I'm back on track. So those 3 things are 3 things I'm going to focus on today. As many of you may know, or may not, I've left the insurance industry. I've got a trip to Thailand in 10 days. I want to be leaving Alice and going there in the best mindset possible, with the ability to get what I want from that trip. The last thing I'd want to be doing is drinking all the way up until I leave, with all of that, the weight of the world, the pressure on me to stop as soon as I get there. Well, I don't know for sure that that's going to happen. It happened last time I went, but I don't even want to have to worry about that. So look, here we are. This is as real. But yeah, look guys, here we are. Here we are. Day 1, again. Can you see it in my eyes? I think you can. Defeated, but hopeful. And I just need to get that pride back, that self-love back, because I have been doing nothing but self-sabotage for the last 10 days. It's fucked. How did I let that happen? I just didn't want the fun to end. But there's nothing fun about drinking 22 standard drinks worth of whiskey every single night. Nothing fun at all. So, I'll speak to you later on in the day. We can do this. I can do this. And I'm going to bring you along for the ride. Alright guys, I think I'm just going to check in briefly throughout the day. I say briefly, but I'm probably going to talk your ear off. It's 9:04. I do want to bring this experience to you guys and document it for me. Really think about things, really think about why I've done this, how I'm back in this position. And the thing that's running through my head at the moment is, why am I going to Thailand? Why did I book that trip? And is it the right thing to do? Fundamentally, I booked that trip away because I wasn't happy in my job. I felt like initially I booked it thinking I was going to go on holiday and then come back to my job. Now I've actually left the job, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. I booked it because I felt like I needed a break. And I think a part of the reason, as much as I don't want to admit this, is because without alcohol in my life, I started to fantasize about smoking weed again. I started to consider, if I can't drink, how can I get this buzz? How can I and I was, feeling pretty depressed, to be honest, day to day. And I thought, man, I need something. And with weed being legal over in Thailand, it seemed like an easy fix. But it's not going to be an easy fix, because if I go over there and start smoking every single day, I'm going to have to go through those withdrawals again. Doesn't matter whether I'm drinking or not. And basically, the way that I see it, I'm setting myself up to go to Thailand for a month, smoke weed every single day, and then try and come back to Australia without it. Option 1, come back without it, go through the withdrawals, crack on with life. It's not going to be easy, but it's possible. Option 2 is that I enjoy it so much that I come back here and get some off of the black market, like I always did, and continue smoking every day and live that life again. So I don't know that I like the thought of either of those options. Now, these are just thoughts. Do I cancel my trip? Do I start applying for jobs right now so that I can get another one going as soon as possible? Save the money that I was going to spend whilst on holiday. Don't bring weed back into my life whatsoever. And just focus on my sobriety, focus on my exercise, focus on my kids, focus on possibly getting my own little place here in Alice Springs so that I don't have to live here in this house, because, you know, my personal life is not the best, and that's rubbing off on the kids. They're seeing Miffy and I fight, which is no good. So there's a few things going on in my head right now, and the only reason why I'm considering all these things and I'm able to think straight is because I know that there's no alcohol. I'm not drinking today. I'm not drinking tomorrow. I'm never drinking again. And it's so hard for me to say that. It's so hard for me to commit. And even saying that right now, it's never sounded right for me to say never again. But I think for all the reasons that I've already said in this video, it needs to be never again. I can't control it. It controls me. So I'm feeling as optimistic as I fucking possibly can. Am I hungover? Yeah. But I'm so used to it now that a hangover, you know, I don't know, it is what it is. I know that tomorrow, tomorrow, as much as I hope and pray that one day off of alcohol can fix everything, it doesn't. So tomorrow I'm still going to feel under the weather. But if I can get to the gym, like I said, get a workout in, get a sweat up, eat well today, stay hydrated, and not drink any alcohol, we're on the road back. What we do have, guys, to, you know, certainly help with the hangover is Super Bowl 58, would you believe? Right here, right now, first play. First play, so I'm just going to chill out, you know. I was going to take today off sick, regardless. I was going to watch this. But one of the most disappointing things about how my drinking's gone is the fact that today I'm not going to be doing a live stream watching this. I've been preparing to do this fucking live stream for the Super Bowl on my main channel for weeks and weeks. And now that we're here, I'm just too hungover, too sort of negative, depressed to even consider doing that. So what I'm going to do is lay back, kick back, relax, recover, and watch some football. And I'm making these videos, guys. I'm making this particular video as a source of inspiration, as a source of motivation, to say that if I can get my shit back together within a week, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I reckon I can. Go McCaffrey! Go boy! Maybe I should do a live stream. I can get up for a few football plays. Should I? Do I just bite the bullet and say fuck it? Hangover or not? It's tempting. Very tempting. I think I'll just chill. That's what I do, man. I go and, you know, I go and heap myself with a whole bunch of tasks and goals and responsibilities really, really early on, and I overwhelm myself. And the last thing I'd want to happen is for people to come through talking about how they're drinking, talking about how they're having a great time with their mates watching this game, and for me to get tempted to drink. So I think it's a smart idea for me to stick to my coffee, stick to my water, just watch it myself, and focus on my sobriety. This is going to be the thumbnail. Do I make it look extra dramatic? I don't know. Alright. It's 10:47. I think I was a little optimistic before about how I was feeling, about how the day might go. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Now, any remnants of alcohol is out of my system. I am now going through total withdrawal, but it is what it is. Now, I did mention in a video a couple of days ago how I was going to prepare for success, and preparing has now brought me to this day, this situation. And one of the big ways that I was preparing myself for success on day one was to get all the chores done. Clean the house, clean the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, kids' bedrooms, and all the rest of it. I also mentioned that it was probably wishful thinking to expect it to stay that way for any length of time. But at the end of the day, I look around and I'd say there's probably 5 or 10 minutes worth of just, picking up a few things and tidying up a few things and a few dishes to be done. But in 10 or 15 minutes, I can have the house back to a really, really clean, nice state. And that is super important, guys. If I had have come out here this morning and seen a fucking kitchen full of dirty dishes and shit all over the floor and, clothes over the floor and a whole bunch of washing to do, no food in the house, like I went and stocked up the fridge and the pantry as well. So, what I'm going to do right now is do that 10 or 15 minutes worth of work to get the house back in order so I can focus on what I need to focus on for the rest of the day, which is hydration, attitude, mood, conviction behind my decision. I've got to go and pick up the kids from school at 3, and then I've also got a 7.5 hour shift on the phones tonight at 5. So come 12:30 in the morning, I will end this vlog. We will be officially through day one and on to the next. So I'm going to do that work. It's halftime in the Super Bowl, and then I'll sit back down and enjoy the second half. That's my plan. I'm running through this day as in-depth as possible, just to show that it can be done. You're going to have lulls, you're going to have highs. I'm going to have, even in the last hour or two, I've had periods of time where I've felt like, fuck, I could take on the world. I feel like Superman. And then, I start to realize, oh no, I've actually got a headache and I actually feel sick, and the thought of going and running 10 kilometers right now makes me want to curl up in a ball and die. But all that is feelings. All that is mood, and feelings come and go. You've got to harness the good ones when they're there, and you've got to I don't even know where I'm going with this. I've got some dishes to do. All right, guys. Checking in, 20 past 11. Gone through all of the feels, gone through all of the emotions, and now I'm currently going through, obviously, the physical withdrawals from drinking a shitload of alcohol on a daily basis for about 10 or 11 days. So, look, The house is in good shape. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel really good. It's super important for me to stay positive, to have a clear head, a clear mind, a clear vision of what I want, where I want to go, what I need to do, because that is so easily clouded with alcohol. Now, I put up a video recently, and you know, it's times like this it's times like the time I'm about to tell you. Sorry guys, I am going on and on and on. I get that. I'm really sorry. Apologies. It is what it is. You only get one day one. Well, in my case, I get about 10 or 20 of them, but this is the latest version. And I put up a video recently. It was a vlog from day like 56 or something. And it was titled, I'm living life on easy mode right now, or life feels like it's on easy mode right now. And you know, if I hadn't have made that video, then it would be a lot harder for me to remember exactly how I felt, or how good I can feel, if I just fucking take alcohol out of my life. Life's gonna have ups and downs. I've had ups and downs over the last 125 days, whatever it's been. But watching a video like that back and putting myself back in that situation and remembering just how good I felt, life was literally on easy mode. You know, it's reasons like that I'm so glad that I've made videos along the way, because without that reminder, without the ability to look back and remember, I don't know if it would happen. You know, I don't know whether like that would be just in the past and gone forever. But I guess I'm grasping onto videos like that at the moment, because I need to be convinced that I can get back there. And I'll leave you with this. I have fallen down many times, but I will never give up. I will never give up on life. I will never give up on my goal of having a happy life without substances, without being addicted to anything. I'll never give up. And as long as you never give up, what's to say you can't do it? What's to say that that's impossible? It is possible, but it's only going to be possible if you never give up. I can't give up. I can't. I've got too much, life's too good. I'm blessed. I'm absolutely blessed. You know, I could have been born a fucking ant. All right? Think about that. I could have been born a fish. I mean, they may be relatively happy, and they may not have, well, goldfish don't really have too much of a memory, so ignorance would be pretty blissful. But they don't live for 70, 80 years. They don't get to experience life for as long as we do. I'm 33 years through my life at the moment. Do I have another 33 to go? Possibly, possibly not. You never know what's going to happen. I could well be over halfway through my fucking life at the moment. So I'd better start living. You know, I better start being grateful for what I do have. I better start doing all the right things towards living a healthy, happy life. And that starts with today. That starts today. And it starts with ridding my life of alcohol. Because alcohol, for me, it's a self-sabotage thing. It's almost like I get to a point in life where things are rolling pretty smoothly and I have to fuck it up. things are too good. You know what I mean? That's how it feels, and it's around about that month mark. 30 days off of alcohol. I'm not counting the days at that point by any means, but I get to the point where I'm not withdrawing from alcohol anymore. I feel really physically good, mentally good. I'm sleeping well, eating well, and then I'm like, well, let's give drinking another go. And it never ends. It never ends well. It doesn't. But after 30 days of not drinking, having everything going well in my life, it's very easy to convince myself that it is going to go okay, that I can have a few drinks, that I can drink once for one night, enjoy it and move on. But it's just not how it works for me, because I inevitably do enjoy it and I want it every day. That's my personality. If I enjoy something, I'm going to want it every day. And unfortunately, some of those things that we enjoy are harmful to our bodies. And I said this in a previous video, and I'm going to leave you with this because I've got to go and watch some more American football. But alcoholism, alcohol addiction really is a disease. It is. And it's because if left untreated, it will kill you. It will kill you. And it's not going to be a pleasant way to go, from my understanding. So that's enough from me. I don't know whether I've made sense or not, but these are the ramblings of someone back at day one. As much as I don't want to admit it, and as much as even now thinking, oh, you're never going to have a drink, never going to have another drink in your life. It's hard to accept. It's hard to accept. I don't want to accept it, but I know I have to. And sometimes it's not about what you want. It's about what you need. And I need to quit alcohol. That's why I'm making these videos, to keep me accountable and to give a raw and honest, open look into the life of someone who is battling this thing. That's it. Alright guys, so I'm just gearing up to go to the gym. I'm just gonna bite the bullet, man, and just do it. You know what I mean? I'll feel like dying, but this is the first step. This is the first workout back to my best. My fitness would have taken a hit. My body fat level has taken a hit, but it is what it is, man. One thing I have neglected is shaving my face, and there's a reason for that. It's because when you start waking up feeling hungover, feeling bloated, feeling like your face is just puffy and red, and you feel disgusting, right? So the last thing that I want is to shave my face, get it right down to the skin, and actually be able to see completely just how bad I look. But today, I'm going to do that. And it's these little things, it's these little, just little things, little boxes that I have to check to put this past 10 or 11 days behind me. Put it behind me, move on, and that's going to start with a clear face. I'm going to get a clear face, I'm going to go to the gym, get a good sweat up, and then lose a bit more of this bloat, or at least that's how I'm going to imagine it. And then I might actually be able to look at myself in the mirror and feel half decent. I'm hoping. So I'm going to sort this out. What's up, guys? I'm back. It's 12:51. I'm off to the gym. I have to be back at the kids' school at 2:40. So by my watch, if I get to the gym within the next 5 minutes, I should have a good hour and 20 to get some work in. What that work will be, I'm still undecided, but this workout is going to be one of the most important things, the most important aspects to me turning this all around again. Training, running, being physically active is so important to my mental health, and it's clearly important to physical health, but mentally I think it definitely does just as much for me mentally than it does physically. I considered turning the camera off then and just starting again, but I won't. I'll keep this raw. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get an energy drink, then I'm going to go to the gym. I'm not going to beat myself up for getting a full sugar energy drink, because do you know what I did yesterday? Do you know what I fucking did? This is the reality of it. I bought a 700ml bottle of Johnny Walker Red Label, 22 standard drinks. I drank the whole entire thing. As well as that, I consumed 2.25 litres of Coke Zero. 2.25 litres of the shit. I mean, you take the alcohol out of the equation, I'm still, that's still fucking bad for you, man. At the end of the day, that's terrible. Look, it may not have the sugar in it, but to drink, oh God. Because that's the thing, I mix it. I don't drink my spirits straight. I mix it with, sorry, we've got a police car up here. Don't know what they'll think of me vlogging whilst driving, but I think I'm going to get away with it. Not only do I drink the alcohol, but I mix it with Coke Zero. And 2.25 litres of the shit. So I'm going to go and buy a can of V. It's my favourite energy drink. It's going to get me in the mood, in the zone. Bit of a kick. Some fast-acting carbs. Not that I need them, because not only did I drink 2.25 litres of Coke Zero, 700 mils of Johnny Walker Red Label, but I also ate like a fucking pig. And I finished my night off, guys. I finished my night last night off with 8 mini banana chocolate chip muffins and about 400 millilitres of cream. I went for 1, then I went for 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and I think I made 8 separate bowls with a little miniature muffin and some cream poured on top of it. And now I'm going to go to the gym and get a run in. I can't hold on to these regrets. I've got to let them go, and that starts right now. Actually, you know what, guys? I've had a second thought. I've had a change of plan. I'm not going to get the energy drink because I don't think it's going to make me feel very good. I just got a wave of sickness. You know what it's like. You know what it's like when you're recovering from a big few nights. You will go through periods of the day where you feel relatively good, and then, for whatever reason, I just got a massive wave of nausea and a sense of anxiety and unease in my chest, and the thought of smashing back a big energy drink just doesn't sit right with me at the moment. I don't need it, and the way that I'm feeling just at the minute, I don't want it. So I'm going to get to the gym. I was only going to do that because I was thinking about doing some weights before going for a run, but all I need to do is get a sweat up, fucking sweat out some of this poison, and go and pick up my kids. Alright guys, 8Ks in the books.
I had to cut it short. I was going to go for 10, but I actually had a bit of a panic attack, an anxiety attack. Felt my heart start beating. It probably wasn't, but it felt irregular, and it freaked me out. And I haven't had a panic attack or an anxiety attack for a long time, so it wasn't pleasant. But I have officially run 8Ks less than 24 hours after drinking 22 standard drinks. That's a win. Shoes off. Head off. Oh, sweaty shorts off. Oh my God, guys. Oh. Something tells me I may have pushed myself just a little bit too hard, too fast. I had a freak out, and on the way home as well. Just basically being a bit of a hypochondriac and convincing myself that any moment I could have a seizure because of the amount of alcohol I've been drinking, and because I just went and dehydrated the hell out of myself. I pretty much had moments there where I thought I was going to have a seizure. And that's scary. But I didn't. I pushed through. It was only 8Ks. It's not going to do much to shift any body fat or help with the withdrawals. I'm absolutely wrecked, I'm not going to lie. I've got to go pick my kids up in about 20 minutes, so I'm just going to lay here, get my shit together, and crack on. But so far, so good. I mean, 1, hydration. Been drinking a decent amount of water. 2, clean house. 3, I haven't eaten any shit today. 4, I've got to work out. Number 5, I'll go and get my kids. Number 6, I'll work a shift, earn some money. And number 7, get a good sleep. And if I can tick all of those boxes, which I will, there's no reason why I won't, you can't have much better of a day one than that. Jeez, have a look at that guy, eh? Have a look at the state of him. The state of him. Anxiety attacks, laying in bed, fucking absolutely wrecked from an 8-kilometer run, having drunk 22 standard drinks the night before. Well, guys, I'm still here. I've got one headphone in one ear, editing that video, and I've got the other headphone in the other ear, taking calls. So, the time is 6:49. I've clearly edited that vlog up to that point, and I'm happy with it. You know, if this is the last video I ever post on this channel, I'm happy with it. I feel like I've touched on some really important stuff, and I hope that it helps someone out there who's struggling. I have had an epiphany. I've had an epiphany, and that epiphany is that I can't continue to keep making these videos, these vlogs. I can't do it. I've done it time and time again. I've relapsed time and time again. What I need to do is just focus on myself. Focus on removing alcohol from my life and returning to the channel when I actually have some time under my belt, some evidence behind what I say. because at this point I do feel as if, I've shared my experience, but as far as being, a figure of authority within the alcohol and addiction in general community, I don't feel as if I qualify for that. But really, is there any actual qualifications? No. I've got lived experience, and for me, the people who I listen to are not doctors, not psychologists or anything of that nature. They're just people who have lived experience and who can communicate it. Just a sec. I think basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is that this, unless I'm taking on a new challenge for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it may be, unless I'm doing something new and bringing a new topic to the channel, I think my days of daily vlogs are over. I think my days of vlogging my journey of quitting alcohol for a year it's over. It's done. Daily vlogs are a thing of the past. I've had that epiphany, and it's, it feels right. It feels right to think that, I've made over almost 300 videos on this channel at this point, and probably over half of them have been daily vlogs around quitting alcohol. We started with 30 days, then we went to 90 days, and now I'm 125 days through my latest attempt at a year. Now, I started this on day one of this particular video series with the utmost conviction that it was going to be, that was it. I was done. In fact, I called myself a non-drinker. I did not drink. And, like I said at the start of this video, over time that it fades. You get on with life and you forget how shit you were feeling when you were daily drinking. You forget how out of control you got, and the thought of having a drink and the idea of testing the waters again seems like a better idea, and a more reasonable idea. And eventually I do, and it never works out well. So I'm not signing off just yet. I've got 5.5 more hours of my shift, and I'm actually enjoying it. But one thing I will say is that my ability to push through hangovers it's something I'm proud of, to be honest. In a really fucked up way, it really is something I'm proud of, to feel that shit. And to feel that shit, but yet still push on and still get up and push through. You know what I mean? It's not something that you want to have to do, but if you do have to do it, it's something that I can do, and I do, and that's because I've got a strong mindset, and I refuse to give up. I will never give up. Anyway, back to work. Get a good close-up, guys. This is it. This is the face of a battler. I'm going to make light of the situation. I'm a fucking battler. I battle back. I get knocked down, but I get back up. We're all battlers. And I've battled through a hangover today. A pretty horrendous one, during the morning at least. I think I did pretty well. I think I played it off pretty damn well, but here we are. It's almost 10 o'clock. And I thought this would be a pretty good time to make my final clip of this video, my final clip of the day, my final vlog entry. And that is because as of
I think it was around about 9:30, maybe even a little bit earlier, but I'm going to call it 24 hours. So 24 hours ago, exactly, I took my last drink. I had my last drink. It's been 24 hours. And, you know, as of right now, if I really had to take a, what's the word I'm thinking of? If I had to take like a snapshot of my body, my head, my stomach, how I'm feeling overall at this point, 24 hours free of alcohol, I feel pretty good considering. I feel, you know, this morning was pretty rough, but I think half of it is mindset, guys. Half of it is just telling yourself you're okay, telling yourself you're not sick, you're not hungover, you know, and pushing through. So I'm proud of how I'm proud of how this day's gone. You know, it was never going to be completely smooth sailing. It was never going to be easy, that's for sure. But I've made it easy. You know, I've owned the day, and I haven't had the day own me. And so there you have it, guys. Day 1. I don't know when I'll make another video on this YouTube channel. I mentioned before that these daily vlogs are over, and as of right now, they are. Unless I talk about a brand new topic. But as far as daily vlogs around the topic of quitting alcohol, it's done. It's done and dusted. I've said all I could ever say on the topic. So, yeah, I just want to, I guess, leave you with a parting message of, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. The first day is always the hardest. You're not going to feel 100% even on day 2 or probably day 3 or day 4, but there's certain things you can do to make you just feel as good as possible. And those things would be to hydrate, to eat, to take rest when you can take it, to exercise if you can. I mean, some people are going to be in, you know, just absolute physical hell as far as withdrawals, and physical exercise or strenuous physical exercise may not be possible. But if it is possible, get out there and fucking just push through it. This is if you're doing it all alone, you know, and you don't have to do it alone. There is help out there. I've used various forms of help in the past, and none of them have worked. So, you know, I know deep down I make the changes in my life. I know what changes need to be made, and if I don't make them, no one will. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.